Between seas and mountains, South Korea stands out for blending nature and technology in the same landscape. Boldly designed cities share space with palaces that preserve centuries of history, while the local pop culture crosses continents and sets trends. At the same time, the country is a leader in innovation, education, beauty, and fashion, a living lab of ideas shaping the present. In this video, we kick off our journey with 20 remarkable facts about this fascinating place. Stay tuned. Each topic uncovers a new layer of this rich mosaic. At the southern tip of the Korean peninsula, South Korea shares its only land border with North Korea. The territory is surrounded by the Sea of Japan to the east, the Korea Strait to the south, and the Yellow Sea to the west. It's about 57,000 square kilometers with over 50 million residents, balancing bustling metropolises and long-standing traditions that defy time. This strategic location explains much of the country's pace and sets the stage for what's next. Before we continue, hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell so each new chapter reaches you right on time, and nothing in this journey goes unnoticed. The landscape is diverse and defining. In the east, mountain ranges run along a narrow coastline. In the west, wide coastal plains favor settlements and production. The southwest mixes rugged terrain and deep valleys, while the southeast is shaped by the broad Nakdong River basin. Mostly mountainous, only about a third of the land is arable, and it's surrounded by roughly 3,000 islands, many still unexplored. This geography shapes roots, habits, and even growth patterns. And the next fact shows how it plays out in daily life. Rising from the scars of the Korean War, Seoul turned into the symbol of the miracle on the Han River. Today it's home to over 9 million people, houses government hubs, and hosts giants like Samsung, LG, and Hyundai. In the old center, legacies of the Joseon dynasty coexist with traditional markets and a skyline of skyscrapers reshaping the horizon. Landmarks like Seoul Tower, Namdaemun Gate, and the world's largest Pentecostal church each tell a chapter of a city that has never stopped reinventing itself. In Jongno, the Bell Street, history still echoes through alleys and bells that once marked time. For newcomers, the journey starts at Gyeongbokgung, the first palace of the dynasty that shaped Korea's identity for 5 centuries. Just a few kilometers away, the Korean War Memorial dives deep into strategies, losses, and turning points that defined the modern nation. When curiosity calls for energy, Myeongdong delivers. Busy streets, glowing shop fronts, a commercial tradition dating back to Japanese occupation, still setting trends today. At every step, the city shifts moods. Changdeokgung Palace Complex shows the care of post-war reconstruction. Bukhansan National Park offers trails that test your breath and reward with granite peaks and pine views. Namsan Park crowns the visit with the N Tower, the go-to spot for panoramic city views. And Bukchon Hanok Village preserves hanoks like time capsules connecting visitors to living traditions. All of it weaves a continuous story, where tradition and technology push each other forward to create Seoul's unique rhythm. When it comes to South Korea, 3 things stand out: education, lifestyle, and cultural influence. In education, the country built a solid foundation ranking among the world's best. Literacy is nearly universal. The system is well-funded and recognized internationally, and students score at the top in PISA. Schooling is free and mandatory from ages 6 to 15, with strong tech integration and heavy investment in the sector. This engine drives clear economic gains but comes at a cost. Long study hours bring constant pressure and emotional challenges for many young people, a concern widely discussed in public debates. Day-to-day health and prevention guide choices. Obesity rates are low thanks to an effective mix, active public health policies, walk-friendly public transport, and a balanced diet. Korean meals focus on vegetables, rice, and moderate portions. Kimchi, a spicy, nutrient-rich fermented dish, symbolizes this logic. Bold flavor, few calories, and near daily presence. Beyond food, there's a social pact around well-being, with frequent encouragement to exercise. Before we continue, hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell so each new chapter reaches you right on time, and nothing in this journey goes unnoticed. From the 1990s on, culture gained global power. The Korean wave turned music, film, and TV into strategic exports. Groups and solo artists mix diverse sounds with elaborate visuals and international collabs. In film, the turning point was Parasite, which won the 2020 Oscar for Best Picture, opening doors for new titles on global platforms. K-dramas built a loyal Western fan base, fueling a cycle of reach, revenue, and influence. When it comes to science and tech, South Korea is on the front line. Since 2003, robotics has been a national priority, with labs and companies testing applications from factories to hospitals. In space, the country signed the Artemis Accords and has clear goals for responsible lunar exploration and human return. Biotechnology, pushed since the 1980s, grew with genetic research, cloning, and biomedicine, plus a strong vaccine and antibiotic industry supplying domestic needs and exporting expertise. On the map, the West starts with the Yellow Sea touching Incheon, a vital port and home to one of the world's busiest airports. Nearby, Gimpo keeps historical memories, while Gwangju thrives as a cultural hub and symbol of the democracy movement. Moving inland, the land rises into mountains and farmland. Fields, valleys, and agriculture sustain communities and economies. Among the highlands, Mount Seorak invites adventure. Offshore islands like Baekneung and Yeonpyeong show the strategic weight of the coastline. Turning east, the scenery shifts. The Sea of Japan, East Sea, cuts a coast of clear beaches, and Socho serves as a gateway to Seoraksan National Park, where trails lead to waterfalls and jagged peaks. Along the Nakdong River Valley, fertile plains produce rice harvests, while Gangneung shines as a cultural hub, preserving traditions like Taekyeon and memories of the 2018 Winter Olympic skating rinks. Offshore, Dokdo Island remains at the center of territorial disputes. Religiously, diversity sets the tone. Christians, Buddhists, Confucianists, Muslims, and shamanistic practices coexist. Buddhism, present since 372, and Confucianism, core to the Joseon era, still shape temples, rituals, and daily values. Economically, South Korea flipped the script in just decades. The miracle on the Han River, 1960s, 1980s, turned a war-torn nation into a powerhouse, leader among the Asian tigers, fourth largest economy in Asia, and 13th in the world. Seoul drives finance, while heavy R&D investment fuels patents and startups. Brands like Samsung, LG, Hyundai, and Kia not only dominate electronics and cars, but also set global standards. Digital infrastructure is massive, the internet lightning fast, and the OECD's high-income label confirms the leap. Before we continue, hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell so each new chapter reaches you right on time and nothing in this journey goes unnoticed. But Korea isn't just the future, it's living memory. In Andong, history comes alive through temples, villages, and records spanning 2 millennia. The folk village preserves Joseon-era architecture and clan culture, key to understanding Korea's social roots. Bungjongsa Temple, one of the oldest, invites quiet reflection. And there's a path linking it all, the Moon Bridge, the country's largest wooden suspension bridge. Crossing it leads to a Hanok village that feels like a movie set at night. Each year, the Mask Festival fills the city with 10 days of dance, theater, and ritual. Another world-shaping force is beauty culture. Influenced by K-pop, it fuels trends like the V-line face and double eyelids, explaining the popularity of plastic surgery. On the flip side, schools ban makeup and jewelry until the end of high school, showing how appearance is regulated. K-beauty exports innovation globally, while tattoos remain frowned upon and often censored on TV. We start in Busan, in South Korea's southeast, where the Nakdong River Valley meets the sea and mountains shape the skyline. It's not just the country's second-largest urban area. It's also the biggest port, an unstoppable industrial and commercial engine. Here, the itinerary opens in many directions. A morning at Haeundae or Dadaepo Beach, an easy hike to lush viewpoints, quiet moments in temples and street markets full of local flavors. Natural parks wrap around the city, and every neighborhood has new reasons to wander. A city built for tomorrow while keeping today's pulse alive. Just a few kilometers away, the pace slows on Nami Island. The ferry from Gapyeong Pier makes it simple. Hop on, cross the water, and in minutes you're in a slower world. Tree tunnels, bike paths, picnic spots, and gentle trails create a perfect full-day escape. about 10 unhurried hours with a round trip guaranteed. Heading further south, the scenery expands. Busan serves as a gateway to nearby islands, while ranges like Sobek and Irisan surround vibrant cities like Daegu and Gwangju. In summer, beaches draw locals and visitors. Inland, rice paddies, vegetables, and fruit fields paint the agricultural patchwork. Protected areas like Jirisan National Park and Jeju Island offer alternating peaks, valleys, and coastlines. A constant invitation for nature lovers, hikers, and anyone seeking fresh ideas before the next leg of the trip. Northern South Korea has its own pace. First come the Taebaek Mountains, a spine for long summer hikes and snowy winter sports. Rivers born here shape cities and routines. The Han River flows down to Seoul, the country's true showcase. Along the way, the east coast gives way to Gangneung, where wide beaches and cliffs mix calm seas with steady winds, perfect for breaking from the trail without losing the view. Just a few kilometers inland, the land softens into fertile plains. Rice, barley, and vegetable fields feed markets and kitchens, supporting networks of cities like Cheongju and Suwon. Farming sets the calendar, while to the north, Seoraksan National Park protects narrow valleys, twisted pines, and rock formations that reward each climb with natural lookout points. It's a region where agriculture, urban life, and preserved nature all connect within short distances and easy access. To understand the region's weight, rewind to 1945. After World War II, the peninsula split under Soviet influence in the north and American in the south. The Korean War, 1950–1953, cemented borders and opened a chapter of tensions that still shape politics and inter-Korean relations. This invisible line remains present in everyday life and memory. On the national flag, this duality finds balance. On the white field, the red-blue circle, Taeguk, symbolizes opposing forces in harmony, while the 4 black trigrams represent ideas like heaven and earth, movement and rest. A reminder that contrast can also mean order. Thanks for traveling with us through northern South Korea. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button to support the project. Drop a comment below sharing what place you'd add to the itinerary and what curiosity you want to see next. I read everything. If you're new here, subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss the next stops. Share the video with anyone who loves geography, history, and good maps. It helps a lot. See you in the next video.